Okay, so I talked louder now, like louder.
A little bit louder now.
It's fine.
Louder now.
I'm just turning my gain up at this point. Any better?
Check. Oh,
Check. Live check.
Check.
live check.
Any better
Wait,
now?
hold,
Is this
I
better?
forgot to start my audio. We're good.
Hold on. Are we live?
Okay.
Are we rolling? My audio is recording now. Okay, we can do this again. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start it over.
Random shit.
Nailed it. That we haven't had that pristine, just off the wall random shit in a while, have we?
No.
Is it
Well,
episode
next time-
163?
Next
Wow.
time I will bring some wads with me as well.
Yeah, we missed last week because somebody decided that they didn't want to show up. Silas.
That was me.
I didn't show up either.
Like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of people just didn't show up.
It was just Blaine and me talking for like an hour.
Yeah, that's not good.
You dove. Good thing we didn't record that. Terrible show.
Yeah, when it's just Blaine and I, I'm always like, Blaine, we really shouldn't do this. This is not good.
You know, you say that. However, Blaine did do the solo episode. I don't know which is better, the solo episode or the silent episode.
The silent episode. And I didn't even hear the solo episode.
Eric says he can't hear you at all, Blaine. The rest of us can hear you.
Only the Patreon members can hear Blaine.
That's a new Patreon tier. Every person is going to have their own tier.
Hey, a little bit extra to hear Blaine's comments. That's how amazing they are.
Well, that's where you get to hear the topics. That's where you get to hear the intro and outro. That's where you get to hear the synopsis of Elon Musk pitches.
Yep. I actually pay a Patreon fee just to be able to hear Blaine. It would just be Blaine just
on the show. I'm on the show and I have to pay.
I'm on the show and I have to pay to hear what Blaine has to say. So suggest all of our listeners, pony up some money because we need it bad. I don't know. It sounded terrible.
I don't know. I really thought that I was supposed to be following Blaine's OnlyFans account.
See?
So I didn't realize he was also streaming on Patreon.
Hey Logan, you have a green shirt and a green hat. We would just see your face floating. Because you have a green chair too.
I'll do that next time.
Okay.
Just make it work.
I'll make it work.
Figure it out.
All right.
Well, anyway, did I forget to pay my Eric? Did I forget to pay my subscription fee again?
No, only if I remember to set up my audio correctly. Hopefully you can hear me now. But that's okay. If you did forget to pay your subscription fees, you didn't miss out on much. Other than the fact that the EM drive is apparently impossible. I think the CouncilCast can now decide that the EM drive is dead. It has been decided.
By who?
What is this thing? I've never heard of it. I think it was dead. I think it was dead on arrival because I don't know what this is.
The EM drive is it's a engine that's for space travel that basically uses electromagnetic waves to move itself through space. So basically, just imagine taking a microwave, putting it inside of a spacecraft, and that microwave powers it.
Propels it or powers it.
Propels it. Yes.
And how
does it also
work?
power it?
No.
Phew.
You have to power the microwave.
But if you don't have it, if you plug in the microwave to power it, how far can that craft actually be propelled? Is the question.
billion miles.
200 feet? 300 feet's the longest extension cord I've ever seen.
In
Wait,
space, they're gonna have
Wait,
to be
is this
a
where we took
lot
the little
longer.
toaster out into outer space? What's going on here?
Yes. They took the little toaster to outer space.
The brave little toaster.
What was this thing? This the engine. What was it attached to?
Well, they were just
An
testing
extension
it
cord.
on Earth, and they basically found out that this thing actually doesn't work. So it was some scientists in Germany who have basically proven that this just will not work.
Well, what if those scientists are wrong? Are we taking? I'm not going to go down that route. Never mind.
Yeah, don't go down the road.
Scientists
this was-
are often correct.
So this was the Impossible engine.
Yes, the Impossible engine.
Have you guys tried the Impossible Burger at Burger King?
No.
I have had.
Is it any
Not
good?
yet.
It's made out of plants and it's non-toxic, so it's edible. That's all I know about it.
That sounds about right.
I had
I
at
tested that.
Chipotle. I had the Impossible meat in their tacos, in a taco salad. It wasn't too bad.
Was it impossible to eat? Is that why they call it that?
No.
Yes, it was impossible to digest.
I was able to eat it, and I didn't look to see if it was impossible to digest. I didn't pay that close attention.
Well, I would assume. When did you eat it?
A couple years ago.
Would guess
It
that
might
it's
still be
probably
in your
digested.
stomach.
It might still be there.
It's kind of like
They say gum will last 7 years in your stomach.
Yeah, well, those.
Who knows how long that impossible stuff lasts?
Those
Can we
guys
just
are
maybe do an
alive.
ultrasound on the show to see if you have like some impossible meat still stuck in your
Oh my
stomach or
gosh,
intestinal
that'd be
tract somewhere?
disgusting.
If you ate
We
so
should
much
definitely do
Impossible-
that.
If you ate so much Impossible meat that it filled you up and it didn't go away, would you never have to eat again?
Yes, because you would die.
Yeah, because you'd die from malnutrition. You wouldn't be consuming anything.
Oh,
But it's
or
made
what
from
if it's like an
plants.
everlasting gobstopper, and you can suck on it and suck on it and suck on it, and it never goes away.
That's what she
But what
said.
if you ate enough of the Impossible Burgers so that your stomach never had, was always had something to try and digest and provide sustenance? One final meal.
Why would you eat
I
a
like
plant that looks like a burger when there's a burger right there you could eat? I don't get that.
Because you
Because we
care
want to
about the
continue to lie to
environment.
ourselves.
Yeah,
How,
but
how is eating a plant-based burger caring about the environment?
does the plant-based burger grow on a vine or on a tree? Or is it a root-style vegetable?
A tuber.
Okay, so I've heard that cows create methane, which depletes the ozone. So is that the whole thing about eating plants?
It's the holy grail.
That's
Because if you eat
part of it.
plants, they can't create the green stuff that makes the oxygen. And I lost it.
Yeah,
What,
oxytocin.
carbon dioxide.
What if you
Okay,
grew
we-
plants
we-
that ate beef?
We can rewind and try that.
Wait.
again if you'd
So
like, Brett.
cows eat plants,
Yes.
And then plants.
and we eat plants. So now no one eats cows? I don't get it.
The cows eat the Impossible Burgers.
Was this whole topic the Impossible Burger?
Yeah, I give the Impossible Burger one thumb up.
Thumbs up for the Impossible Burger.
Thumbs down.
I give this article a thumbs down for proving that the Impossible Burger doesn't work.
The article kept our attention for a very long time.
Thumbs up for not caring.
You
Oh
know,
my
something that might help you better in space than the Impossible Burger is a glass dome on the Crew Dragon capsule that SpaceX is adding for you to look
Yeah.
into space.
Yeah.
Can I get
A sunroof is always a good idea on a spaceship.
Can I get a ticket to fly in this thing? I want to go up in the Dragon capsule and poke my head out of a glass dome.
Probably
How
not
big is
yet.
this dome going to be? Is it like literally the size of a human head? Or is it so you're just like, huh?
It's the cone of silence.
You know, I'm
It's a
looking at the
get
picture
smart
here.
cone of silence.
It looks like he could probably fit 2 people in it. Maybe, a little bit bigger than your head. His shoulders are definitely in it.
So you can get 2 heads up there so you can make out under the stars.
That's
Yeah.
what
What's the point of this
There you
thing?
go.
Making out into the stars? That's
Yeah, like a side window is not good enough because all you can see is stars. Why would you need to have to look up?
So you can see stars in that direction.
Why do you have to look up? I don't get it.
Who said that?
Yeah, just
nose
rotate
is
the ship.
up?
Well, I
Maybe,
mean,
maybe the nose is down.
maybe the nose is down.
So what we
You
can
make a good point. For those of you at
Moon
home
the
that don't
stars?
aren't our Patreon members, you didn't hear Blaine, but it was amazing.
Yeah, I apparently they are developing a capsule though that is going to replace the normal space station adapter with a window. Because why not? Like Brian said, everything's better with a sunroof.
for
Sure.
space tourism. That would be sweet.
There you go. I always think when I see a moonroof that it's gonna leak eventually. I hope this doesn't happen on the space capsule.
They don't leak right away though.
They don't leak right away.
So
No.
this one won't leak until later.
Yeah.
Just don't be like the 20th person to go up and then you'll be fine.
Finally got my ticket. And that
Number
dang
21.
sunroof.
And that is why the ticket was so cheap.
That's why it was so cheap. The prices have gone way, way down.
I
say thumbs up for being able to look out the nose of the cone or the cone of the nose or have two heads are better than one. I'm not sure what we're talking about, but I like it.
I give you thumbs up for two heads. Why not? Making out under the stars. That should literally be the name of the spacecraft.
Probably something ridiculous.
New bucket list
How high is that?
entry.
Is that the higher than a mile high? How high is that?
Yes, it is higher than a mile.
Okay, so what would it be then?
The 2 mile high club.
There you go.
There you go. Why not? Yeah.
The
thumbs
Too
up.
High Mile Club?
I don't see why that's an issue. Something that might not be an issue for you if you lived on the space station is having to get into a car with two-factor security.
Oh, that's gonna be great when I'm running behind schedule for work.
So
All you
apparently,
need is your keys and a 4-digit code that you can remember. I wonder what that'll be.
And don't worry, if you forget, we'll be able to text it to you.
There you go.
But if you
One,
lock your phone in the car,
3, 4.
So yeah, Dodge is apparently updating their muscle cars, including the Charger and a couple of their other cars, to use two-factor security to basically be able to not get stolen. I'm not really sure.
retina entry and fingerprint, right?
Wow.
With two-factor identification.
DNA test and urine sample.
So basically, I
It
have to
needs
pee on the
even have a
doorknob.
nice receptacle for peeing into.
See
Oh,
some
so
poor
actually, it doesn't
peeing
even
on the
prevent it from
door
being
handle
stolen.
to get in his car.
So all it does is you get in, and then you have to put your PIN in, a 4-digit PIN, and apparently it just won't let the engine rev beyond idle. So you could drive around at 2.5 miles per hour probably.
That's dope.
So the thieves aren't going to get very
So
far,
you can't
is
get
what you're
very
telling me.
far.
2.8 horsepower. How you're not gonna get 2 mile an hour out of that on a.
Oh my gosh, this sounds like an awesome scenario for a movie where the thieves have stolen the car because of the two-factor authentication. They can only drive 2 miles an hour. The cops are incompetent and they have also forgotten the password. And so all they have are keys. Now it's a 2 mile an hour low speed chase through some city. And you need some good actors and a script, but I think we could pull this off.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm just not
Nobody
sure.
else likes my idea? All right, fine. Come up with your own hilariousness.
Yeah, I
Fine.
think that this is going to be more of a pain, like Silas said. I mean, you forget your PIN, you're running late to work, and all of a sudden, maybe that's the movie, is that you're late to work, you forgot your PIN, and you can only drive 2 miles an hour.
Well, I mean, the first person killed by an automobile walked in front of the path of the moving car as it was moving at a blistering 4 mile an hour.
When did this happen?
1896.
In all fairness, they probably didn't know what that was coming at them and that it wouldn't stop.
He was giving demonstrations at the fairgrounds
Before they
in
invented
London.
brakes.
Fairgrounds are notoriously not safe. Probably some.
I bet they
Carney.
were drunk.
Probably drunk. You know, a lot of people were
Driving
drunk.
drunk? That's terrible.
I mean, the driver was probably drunk, and the person that got hit was probably drunk. So, first case of drunk driving and vehicular homicide. Excellent. Who would have thunk?
And they let them continue to make more of these.
And after how many years has it been? They now have a car that can go 2 miles an hour.
What is it? What is it? Seinfeld talks about like the fact that helmets are because people decided that they're in a skull cracking lifestyle, but rather than stopping their skull cracking lifestyle, they're like, let's just put a thing on top of my head so I can continue to do this incredibly dangerous thing.
That only makes sense.
I don't know
I
if you
don't
told
know.
that joke, but it does make sense.
Something like that. I'll find it. I'll find it on YouTube.
Yeah, I just can't get behind two-factor identification to start my car.
Well, isn't Apple working on it? What's essentially two-factor authentication with their phone token for vehicles?
I think something where it's less invasive
Maybe
would
not.
make more sense, where I don't have to remember or think about it. I mean, if it's like a thumbprint, iris scan, butt print, I don't care.
Butt print.
Ooh, butt print.
Stick
There
your
we-
phone in your.
There's the
pants.
title. There's a title for this week. Butt print.
I mean, I think trying to type in a code, I mean, what if I was trying to run away from somebody? I mean, and I keep tapping the wrong fucking number.
There's a great horror film.
Yeah, exactly.
Scary Movie 20.
I'm not a real fan of two-factor identification, so I'm going to say thumbs down.
You know, I'm gonna give this one a thumbs down for a pin. And yeah, thumbs down. Why not? Well, we'll stick with that.
I found that Jerry Seinfeld bit. I put it in the description of the chat for this video. So
What's the deal with helmets?
that's exactly what he did. That's 100% accurate.
I give that a thumbs down.
Jerry Seinfeld? Oh.
You know, something that might be able to help you bypass two-factor security is a quantum computer. And IBM is apparently shipping its first retail quantum computer to the Cleveland Clinic.
We were hearing about this a while ago that they were going to try and commercialize these. But the Cleveland Clinic, wait, what? They called it the Cleveland Clinic?
They
Why?
They are selling it to the Cleveland Clinic.
Oh, okay. Wait, so they're selling it to the Cleveland Clinic and it's named the Cleveland Clinic?
No, it's named the Cleveland Steamer.
Gross.
What?
Don't look it up later. I'll tell you about it after the show.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to throw my computer out. Why do you guys do this to me every single time?
Told you not to look it up. You looked it up really fast.
You said don't look it up. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look it up.
He actually had it bookmarked.
No, he didn't have it bookmarked, but it's bookmarked now.
Gross.
They're apparently calling it a discovery accelerator that will utilize quantum computing tools combined with AI and cloud technologies to, I don't know, do something.
It sounds like this is impossible. And in next week, we're going to have the impossible quantum computer doesn't work.
What's the Cleveland Clinic do? It sounds like the front for some kind of drug trafficking or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know it is.
It plans,
Or it's like it's like one of those conglomerate companies that you're like, we're the Cleveland Clinic, and they're like mining oil and like building, like, I don't know, it sounds notorious. I don't know, something where they have their fingers in a lot of pies.
You mine oil?
They might be.
It's actually a
because
pie company.
They're talking about using the tools to crunch data to help with breakthroughs in genomics, single-cell transcriptomics, population health, clinical applications, chemical and drug discovery. That sounds like
That's what I thought.
to me.
I'll be leading
Fingers
a
and
session on all.
pies.
I'll be leading a session on what all that means later on. So if you'd like to tune in, I'd be happy to explain it to
If
everybody.
you sign up on our Patreon, you can get the
Patreon Plus. If you want to hear me talk about science, it's Patreon Plus, guys.
If you want to hear me not
I'll
talk
join our
about
Patreon
science,
now.
that's my OnlyFans.
Where you
This
only
is a
talk
retail
about
computer.
fans.
What does it cost? What does it retail for?
This
I was
is-
trying to figure that out in the article. They don't say, but apparently it is going to be the first one that is basically off of IBM's campus. So the only one that's
Huh.
going to be outside.
Question though about this: what are the video editing capabilities of a quantum computer?
Probably
The lens. That thing is huge.
Probably awful.
Probably
would be my
probably
guess.
awful.
Probably
we have to
because
wait for
off the
Adobe to
charts.
release Creative Suite for the.
I think what they would need to do is release a quantum graphics card.
Oof, that'll go for a pretty pin. That you
Well,
can't even
but
buy
they would-
graphics cards right now.
Yeah, they just
You
use
need a
that to mine
quantum
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even use it to.
That's
I
true.
wonder how many
Guys.
Bitcoin this could generate for me.
They'll find out. They'll find out. Someone will hook it up late at night and they'll go, "Hey, we're just shutting this whole thing down. We're just going to mine with this thing. It's amazing."
It's probably the first thing the IT
Save the
gonna do
world
is
or
fire
pad
up a
my
Bitcoin
pockets.
miner.
Turn a buck.
we
I say thumbs up for the word quantum.
They have no idea how much they paid for this thing, but all they know is they're going to make it back in Bitcoin.
By tomorrow.
You know what? I'm gonna give it thumbs up because I love that their branding on the side is IBM Q. Because I'm sure they thought long and hard about that, and they probably had like 40 or 50 weeks worth of meetings, not 40 or 50 meetings, 40 or 50 weeks worth of meetings
To come up with that
to
name.
come up with IBM Q stamped on the side of that thing. So I know they put a lot of effort into it. I know that a lot of people went home pulling their hair out going, why is Karen not gonna let us just make it IBM Q? What are all these other we don't need a graphic designer on this. We have the letter, so people lost a lot of sleep and I just feel bad for them. So
How many
thumbs
people
up for them
Did it take
reaching
to,
that decision.
to choose the font for the Q?
Well, it
Oh, the
kinda
font
looks
was the
like-
same
it kinda looks
font.
like a
It's
bolded
bold,
font
though.
of the IBM font, so
Yeah.
I think that's
Actually, Eric, here's the
Impulsive.
link, Eric. You tell us, what font is this?
Oh, here we go.
Getting our
getting some audience participation right now.
Yeah.
What's
I
that
give
font
this
that everyone
absolute
liked?
thumbs down because
Papyrus.
I think that they are installing it in the wrong location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if I'm looking at this picture here, it looks like they're putting it in I don't know, like the entryway. That seems like a very unsecure
That
place
looks-
to put a quantum computer.
That looks like a gymnasium, arched ceiling,
Oh yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? You know why?
and they're
why
putting
is
half of it
in a
in the
corner?
floor.
Yeah.
They're probably
Thumbs up,
shooting hoops
thumbs
at the other
down.
end.
I don't understand how that works.
I don't get it either. I think it's a Comic Sans.
It's
Eric's looking. He said just a second.
We'll come back to him. If you want to find out more about font detection skills, you can donate to our Patreon.
That's great.
And if you don't, and
Eric, we're talking about the font on the actual computer in the link in this article. So there's an image of them installing this computer, and they have the IBM Q stamped on the side of this. So it's the
Yeah.
IBM font, but it's the IBM font on the side of this computer.
It doesn't look like a normal computer. It looks like a giant burn barrel with handles.
It actually looks like a bomb. Why are they burying a bomb in a medical center?
There you go.
That's scary.
Quantum bomb.
A quantum bomb.
Quantum.
You know, something that's not quantum
Quantum.
is apparently you guys remember a couple weeks ago we had the guy who built the like a gigantic PlayStation 5. Well,
Oh, yeah.
apparently-
Oh, that worthless art thing.
Yeah, well, this guy has apparently built the world's largest Nintendo Switch now.
Yes.
I've been
Because the
reviewing
first video got him 75 million views.
was watching the video, and he did not build the world's largest Switch because you cannot remove the Joy-Cons and play with them alone. It's all continuously attached. So
Yeah.
I'm going to automatically give this 2 thumbs down
Oh,
because you can't play it in remote mode where
This is the only article I liked, and you're giving it thumbs down.
well,
yeah.
Sounds like Dave would give it more thumbs down if he had more thumbs to give it down.
Logan, can I borrow your thumb?
No.
I'm still. It's pretty cheesy.
Are you going to use both of your thumbs?
I'm using both of them right now.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
To what? Give him thumbs up because that's obviously the wrong answer. Oh, you're playing fork knife. So
I am not playing fork knife.
You know, I'm not sure I understand the fascination
I'm
with
giving
building
this
these
2 thumbs.
gigantic things, because the whole point is that we wanted them smaller so they're handheld.
I love this Nintendo Switch. It's just really small and portable, which for me was a problem. I decided to make this much larger scale version.
Like, if you
I'm
wanted
later
a
on in
large-scale Switch like this, just plug it into your fucking TV. Like,
but plugging a Switch into your TV doesn't get you 75 million views on YouTube.
It does
How many
not.
views?
This
How many
only
views
has
does it?
200,000 views. This guy has 5,000 subscribers. That's it. We're gonna subscribe to him, and we're gonna get him on the show. Actually, I'm gonna ask him right now.
We should get him on the show.
Hey,
for sure.
we have been talking about your.
I just shit on his project, and you're going to invite him on the show?
Yeah, we love controversy. Hey, half of us love your thing, the other half don't. Please come on the show, talk to us about why you built this and all the other cool stuff that you build, or all of the other awful stuff, according to Dave.
Love it.
I mean, I don't think any of us liked the PlayStation because it was just a PlayStation in a giant.
Don't
Well,
drag
this
me
is
into
the
this.
exact same thing. This is a Switch inside of just a big case for a Switch.
I mean, I will say this is better than the PlayStation because the buttons actually function.
Well, because the PlayStation has no buttons.
Oh, now that he might
Exactly.
come on, yeah, now that he
mean,
might come on the show, Dave's like, "Hey, I don't know. This is not such a bad thing after all."
I mean, I'll give him
I still
credit
give it
for
2 thumbs
figuring out
down.
how to map the giant buttons to the little tiny Switch buttons. So
I mean, it's
give him that.
servos.
That was pretty cool.
yeah, it's
And he did have to use a U-Haul van to get it around town. So I mean, there's something there.
yeah. I'm giving it a thumbs down too. Actually, no thank you.
Thank you, Logan. Your opinion is worthless.
I'm giving him a thumbs up, and all of you all
So
can
is
suck it.
Logan's.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a thumbs up and a thumbs down because he might come on the show and I'm just wishy-washy like that.
Of course,
This has nothing to do with space, so I'm really
of
not.
course the Tippets would like the crappy article.
You know something.
Hey,
Hey,
we
now.
have been talking
Getting
about your
kinda
PlayStation
personal.
and Nintendo Switch builds on our podcast, and we
I
would
don't
like
even
to
think
invite
he's
you
the same guy who did
on
the
our show.
PlayStation
I don't
Calm
think
down. Everybody, just calm down.
Wait, he's
he-
not?
don't
Am I going to
think
message
so.
this guy and sound like an idiot?
Yes, probably.
Oh, perfect. Well, let me just get rid of the PlayStation.
Do it. Message him.
About your Nintendo Switch build
We'd love to have you on the show.
on our podcast. And we'd like to
Yeah.
invite you to our show to interview you and
So-
pick your brain about the PlayStation build.
So he's got 12
He's got 5,000
video.
subscribers.
This is not the same one. He's got 12
Definitely
videos,
We have 193 videos.
and he has made the world's smallest MacBook.
He also has way more subscribers than we do. Way fewer videos, way more subscribers. Oh, let's subscribe to him. Now he's got
Hey,
another
check
one.
It out. Check it out. This is my 75-inch TV, and I shrunk it down. Small. I can show you a
Nice
movie on it
job.
if you like to see.
Yeah, no, we're fine, thanks.
You know, something
Oh,
that
his-
doesn't need to be shrunk down is a pair of shoes made
Heyo.
by Satan.
I like
What?
this.
So
Yeah.
apparently, you guys know the rapper Lil Nas X.
No.
The only way I know about him is because of these shoes.
So apparently, he had worked with a company collaborated with a company called. I'm assuming this is pronounced Mischief, MSCHF. To basically make a custom Nike shoe, that is all black, has like a bunch of evil Satan things on it, and apparently were modified with a drop of human blood.
Okay, great.
So if you wanted human blood in your shoes,
Nope,
you can buy these.
not interested. Also,
They
is the
apparently
Nike
cost
symbol backwards?
Yes, it is $1,425.
I would be interested if this
No,
was
those were the
giant
Jesus
size.
shoes in 2019.
Has anyone decided to make this much, much, much bigger? Is there a video of anyone making this shoe giant?
Blaine,
Not
these
yet.
shoes were $1,018.
Oh, you're right. The Jesus shoes were $1,500. Yeah, good point. So apparently the company made some Jesus shoes, and now they've made some devil shoes.
What's the purpose of
Surprisingly,
this?
Nike did
shoe?
not protest the Jesus shoes.
Well, yeah.
So
Not
So-
yet.
What's the purpose of this? Why?
I don't know.
to drive clicks and get people to
Argue on the internet.
yeah.
This is a
Okay,
real
Eric.
thing?
Eric has some
Not really.
information on IBM. IBM engineers created an open source font of their own called IBM Plex. It's
was
based
gonna say
on
that.
Franklin Gothic. There is a sans and serif and a mono-spaced typeset. This is fascinating.
It is.
Absolutely riveting.
Can you
Riveting.
message that guy to come on and talk about font types?
Eric, do you want to come on the show and on our special
Our font
on our,
show.
on a special font episode where all we do is talk about fonts? It would basically be just you talking about fonts and all of us going, "Wow, that's a lot of background on fonts."
I can't guarantee I would stay awake.
That's
but
great.
I
Can
would
we
love
move on
have
to the
you
next
on.
topic? What's the next topic say? Fonts again? Oh, great.
There's a sans and serif and monospace type. The serif is based on Jansen text. Oh, so they
you know
based
what? I
their
was going
different.
to say. I was going to say it's probably an IBM font.
They've just made their own font.
Yeah, I
Well,
was going to say that.
Now we all know.
I mean,
I'm
I
glad we
wouldn't have had
cleared
all that
that up.
information. It would have been just total guesswork.
I would love to hear his thoughts on Arial versus Helvetica.
I'm still trying to figure out why they made a Satan shoe.
They want to put people's souls at risk, apparently. So apparently,
Aha.
Nike is mainly it has reached out to these guys and asked them to stop selling them, mainly because it says that shoes containing literal blood is bad for Nike's brand.
Yeah.
So if they hadn't,
If you haven't put the blood in,
Added
it'd be
blood.
okay.
Okay, so I have a hypothetical question. If the bad guy in a movie were wearing the Satan shoes, what phone would they be carrying?
Actually,
An
what
apple?
if
Apple or Android?
An apple.
probably an Apple?
So they'd be the good guy?
Nope.
No.
If you had
Well,
a bad
that's
guy,
what I'm saying.
better question. If you had a bad guy in a movie and he wore the Satan shoes, could he just cut open the shoe with the blood and then leave that person or whatever blood behind and totally throw people off his trail?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, an alibi shoe. Is that what you're talking about
Yeah,
there?
there you go. It's an alibi shoe.
Mm.
It's like a framing somebody else's shoe. I wonder if it's actually human blood. I bet it is 100%.
I'd let somebody draw blood from me to put in their shoe if they paid me lots of money.
What if they gave you a pair of shoes as a payment?
I'm not a sneakerhead. I don't give a shit.
do you only wear Vans?
I don't even own Vans.
Penny loafers.
Nope.
You wear Chucks?
Nope.
You wear
Sandals. Dave, you look like a sandal guy.
I do have a pair of sandals
There you go.
that I bought when I was in college 12 years ago.
No way.
And they're falling apart.
No
Well,
way.
What type of sandals are they? Adidas?
They're Nike.
What article is this
Yes.
again about Dave's sandals?
I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up for doing something weird. Why not?
I'm going to give it a thumbs up for causing a massive amount of press over just fucking shoes that just went crazy. It was hilarious.
Vampire shoes. Wait, did you say these
Well,
are
yeah.
vampire shoes and they
I'm
suck your
gonna
blood?
say
Yes.
thumbs
absolutely.
down because they're not giant reproductions of the
That's
actual.
fair.
That's fair.
Eric says Arial sucks. Helvetica rules. All you need to do is look at the uppercase R, and you'll see the most glaring example of how bad Arial is.
Arial is absolutely the worst. I would totally agree with that. And at work, they forced us to use Arial, and I change it every flippin' day.
Forced?
So garbage. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like every time I log in, it resets my default font in all of my Office applications.
That's just messed up.
We use Roboto.
Domo arigato,
I use Wingding, so
Mr.
I'm typing
Roboto.
important memos
Domo,
for people
domo,
in the
domo,
corporation.
domo.
So, Silas, do you have anything for Mr. Musk this week?
All right. Yeah. We'll move on to Elon Musk pitches for the week.
Yes, I do have a pitch for Elon. I want him to build a portable light source that is both compact. I would like a light to be about the same size as my AirPods case. Yes, this is a plug for Apple because they're sponsoring today's show. Not really. And I would like it to be about that size, but I would like it to have the light production of a 1K or a 10K. Like I want it to be. I want it to essentially be able to produce daylight like amount brightness, because with a light that is that bright and that small, I can just pop it up on a little light stand. I can carry all the crap in my backpack that I need for a professional shoot, and can set up a big diffusion thing that's essentially a shower curtain. I just don't have to bring a lot of stuff. I'm always trying to make my film gear smaller so that I can I can have fewer trips for my shoots. And so if I had a light that can fit in the palm of my hand, that doesn't burn the palm of my hand, I want it to be just a super bright LED, let's say.
So
Small.
You want to? Yeah. Why doesn't he just bottle the sun for you?
I mean, if he could do that, if he could liquid sun for no, that sounds science fiction-y. I just want a light made out of super LEDs. Create some super LEDs, Elon.
All right, sounds good. Super bright
It's-
LEDs.
So,
LEDs.
Yep. I have an idea for Mr. Musk. Might require some quantum stuff.
I love that
here.
word, quantum.
But I would like him to make Silas a backpack
Yeah.
that is bigger on the inside.
Oh my gosh. This is
Like I'm thinking
flipping
like D&D Bag of Holding or
ridiculous.
Mary Poppins or
yes.
Sounds
Doctor
lovely.
Who, like, because
Or Hermione's handbag.
yeah,
Hermione's
the Harry Potter expandable storage enchantment. So that way he can still carry everything in his backpack, but then he can just pull out the equipment that he needs without having to invent some contraption that's just tiny iPod phone sized.
See, that's not inventing. That's just finding the easy way out.
No, that's just a simple math problem, and I'm sure that Elon can figure it out. Quantum backpack, it's perfect.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah,
I
like
love
that
this idea.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Again, Logan, your input is worthless. Everybody else here agrees. And
Okay.
you're the one sitting out here just
Cool.
Okay, I have an idea.
Yep.
This is a real idea.
I'm sorry, Logan.
All right, Brian, shoot.
Look, it's
Okay. It's called. It's an actual thing, and I want Elon Musk to get with Apple and coordinate this whole thing. It's called the Alibi app,
Okay.
and
Okay.
so what
Tell me
happens
more.
is it's linked in through your phone, and so
You said
like
LinkedIn.
when you linked in through your phone,
Like
and so what
Microsoft owns
happens is,
LinkedIn. I thought
yeah,
this was Apple and Elon Musk.
I'm not the greatest pitch man, but I just wanted to just share the idea.
Okay.
So you're supposed to be somewhere, like you're supposed to be at a particular place where there's supposed to be sounds in the background that would back up your story. And so
Great, he came back.
you can't really fake it. It's not like you can say, "Yeah, I'm at the arboretum," and then you make bird sounds. Or I'm out fishing, and you need to have the sounds in the background. That like you got a virtual background when you're doing a FaceTime.
Makes a
This is a
virtual
virtual audio background,
Mm.
and so
Well, would it also be able to utilize your camera? I mean, it's an app for your phone, right?
yeah, but you're let's say you're at the bar and there's all that noise, but the phone is going to create a different background noise. Like say, no, I'm at church, and so you can hear that in the background instead of the bar.
So,
it's
Oh,
the
so
alibi
you get on a
phone.
phone call with somebody,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Where are you?" And you're like, "I'm studying at the library."
I'm standing in the library. Shh, you hear the librarian go, "Shh, be quiet," and that's in the background. But
Yeah.
really, you're at the ball game.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
I like that. That's nice.
That sounds like
That's a great idea.
I'm not going to give that a thumbs up at all, because it sounds like a dangerous, slippery slope, and I do
I'm
not
sure-
want to be on record saying that I support that idea.
I'm sure that it's a great idea, and I'm sure that it would get perverted in some way and used in a horrible, horrible fashion. But I think it's a great idea.
Why doesn't he just build some two-factor authentication into it, and that'll just solve the whole problem?
Oh, I like that.
There it is.
Two-factor
Why
authentication.
not?
Likely.
Golly,
Could you
go for that.
Could you use some sort of quantum thing as your second authentication method?
Oh, they're definitely going to need to use quantum computing to be able to noise cancel anything 100%, and then also replace it with a realistic background.
That is
Like,
totally
it's just-
not fake.
That is,
That
there's
is
going to
gonna
be
be-
some AI
But it
learning
also
so
has
that
to
it.
send a
Some higher
falsified
level math.
GPS data to the other person so they can verify that you are not at the ball game.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's going to be
yeah.
a lot of pieces.
Well, I
The
think
problem is if it's tied to your
quantum
phone, won't
would
your
fix everything.
phone's GPS be like they'll look up where your phone was and it'll be like, oh no, actually Brian was at the ball game.
No, that's why you have the app falsify the
Does that
GPS
too?
data.
yeah, that's where
Yeah,
the GPS,
I'm sure that the
quantum
that the
GPS.
judicial system is going to love the existence of this thing.
Actually,
No, officer, look at my phone records.
just wait. That's gonna be the
Triangulate me, please. I
Tesla, like,
dare you.
tell your Tesla to go drive somewhere, and it'll be your alibi car.
alibi car.
All right, Logan, you got anything for us?
Thumbs up.
Nice, I guess.
How do you like that input, Dave?
I'm not, that was pretty good.
Could use some work. Your projection was okay, but your length was
Your
a little-
intonation was lacking.
Uh,
The timbre.
All right, I got an actual pitch for Mr. Musk this week. I want him to invent some shades. So right now we've got some shades in our house, and we need to get more of them apparently. So I want him to come up with a blind that you can put on your window, and you can adjust how much light it lets through. So it can go up and down or side to side, however it goes, whatever you want. But you can also change how much light it lets through.
Should I not text Beth that you have shades that you need to put up apparently?
No.
Okay.
We already are putting a second shade up.
Oh, it's already happened. So
Already.
regardless of your level of
There were-
commitment to this, it's
I mean,
happening.
does it need
I
to be
hate
a
to-
shade?
Yeah, I
It
bet
needs
you
to
there'd be
cover the window.
some quantum something or other
Because
involved.
they
with
make
that.
Say
glass.
Window cover. Well, that glass would be fine too. I'd be okay with that.
You could spray paint your glass.
I like
I
that
mean-
idea. I'll change it to a glass you can replace your windows with.
Because they make glass that auto dim that like polarizes to prevent light to come through,
hmm
and there are different levels of light that it can shift to. So you could get that, and then based on some local,
I'm still just waiting for the day when all of our windows are just TV screens and we can project any view we want out the window.
Well, they wouldn't even need to be windows, would they?
Well, we would call them windows because
Well, you could still
of
see outside
archaic
if you really
natures, but-
wanted to.
I've
I
got a
would
keyboard.
much
hooked
rather
to my
have a
window right now.
TV screen viewing what's outside my house than actually looking through a window to see what's outside my house.
You just wanted to be actually portray what is exactly
Just have a
outside.
camera on the other side of
It's
the
just a
wall.
camera.
Exactly. Structural
All that blue
integrity.
light.
Sure, why not?
Of course, that's like, on Star Trek, they're always like, the view screen's dead. Somebody look out a porthole. So, that wasn't a window. That was actually a view screen.
Well,
That's fair.
there you go. Yeah, sure. Thumbs up for whatever your idea was. I liked it.
Shades.
Ooh, throwing
Shade.
shade.
Window shades that let light in. I like
There you
that.
go.
That's a really inventive idea, Blaine.
All right, I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and call this council meeting adjourned. We thank you, everybody, for listening, and Eric for providing some excellent font feedback. If you want to check out more history of font and fonts and what font are you, go to the CouncilCast.org or subscribe to us on Patreon. We do record this podcast live on Tuesday nights on YouTube, and if you liked what
Seriously,
you saw,
why is nobody talking about his OnlyFans account?
and that just you want to watch that.
Gross.
You can go to councilcast.org to check out all of our past episodes, or find us on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. If you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org, or connect with us on Twitter @RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.